Greetings, YouTube. Okay, a couple of things really quickly before I get started. This is going to be me whinging for about 15 minutes about a video game. So, if you don't want to waste 15 minutes of your life, or if you're just going to type in the comments, I want those 15 minutes of my life back. This was just some guy in a webcam complaining for 15 minutes about these guys that play this video game. Stop the video. And thanks for the view. Second, if any of my friends find this, and I know they are eventually, remember, it's just a game. This is just YouTube. I'm not actually angry at anybody. I'm just having fun with it, and this is something that kind of peeves me a little. And I actually kind of want to know what people think about this. Man, my hair is really bad. Anyway, so what I'm going to be talking about today are people who surrender on League of Legends. And you're going to be like, that's a rather random topic. Why would you complain about people who surrender on League of Legends? Because I have nothing better to do. So, if you don't know what League of Legends is, it's a Dota-style game, which stands for Defense of the Ancients, where you're a team here, they're a team here, and long story short, this is a headquarters, this is a headquarters. Destroy the other guy's headquarters before they can destroy yours. And there's an option that allows you to surrender, and everybody on your team votes, and if you surrender, then your headquarters self-destructs, and the other team gets a win. I have never agreed to a surrender, ever, and I will be explaining why. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and get the big one out of the way, just in case people don't want to waste too much of their time. The main reason that I do not surrender in League of Legends is because when you hit the surrender, you are pretty much saying, this game's really challenging. This match, they're a higher level than we are, and I don't want to play if the game's going to be a legitimate challenge. I mean, in order for us to win, we'd have to, use tactics and stuff, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to play the game if there's a chance we're going to lose. I only want to win my matches. I might as well just throw in the towel now, give them the win, and pray that the next match is somebody that's weaker so I can defeat them. No. F that. I do not mind the game challenging me at all. Yes, they're going to be 6 levels higher than I am, but there's always a chance of coming back. The chance might be 2% or 3%. You could have less than 5% chance you're going to win. But you know what? If you work at it, it can happen. And I don't know, it's just maybe a personal thing to me, but I am going down fighting. Granted, yes, I'm probably going to lose, but I am going to go down kicking and screaming and waving my sword. A lot. You're probably going to defeat me in this match, and at the end of the day, that title screen is going to say loser, but you know what? I will kill you multiple times, and I will not just hand you over the win, as if to say, well, I have other stuff to do. Here's a win. And that leads me into something else. Time. There are some people that say that the reason that they surrender is because they don't want to waste their time. It's an online game. It's an online game. Wasting time is kind of the entire point of the game. If you started the match, then you obviously had enough time to do a full match. So it's not like you're trying to quit so that you don't go over some kind of huge time limit. If you're just surrendering so you can play another match, it's just another match. And what happens if you find out that they're a little too powerful for you? Are you just going to surrender again? Are you just going to keep surrendering until you finally find somebody that you can beat? Why? Why not just better yourself so that you can beat the people that you're currently fighting? You see, if you surrender, then you can't learn anything. I believe you can learn something from every single match. Yes, they're 10 levels higher than you. Figure out some way that you can get the advantage back. Granted, yes, you're probably going to lose, but this is your opportunity to try something else. You can be like, how did he level so quickly? Yes, he was fed, but let's take a look at his items really quick. That's weird. He stacked all attack speed. What could I possibly do against attack speed? You know what? Attack speed means he attacks a lot of times. If I had really high defense, then for every time I raised my defense, they would do that much less damage every single one of their attacks. So if they're doing 25 damage a hit, and I raise my defense by 5, they're only doing 20 damage a hit, and in the time it takes them to do 5 attacks, normally they would do 125 damage, but they would only do 100 damage. I would be cutting the damage by 25 points. Granted, I'm sorry I just nerded out on you like that, and you probably don't understand anything that I just said, but it's a valid point. And, you know, God, I know that it's usually some kind of really hopeless situation, and I know that you're probably going to lose anyway, but you know what? I've lost 95% of the matches that I would just not surrender to. I admit that. I admit that 95% of the matches that I refuse to surrender to have been losses. But you know what? 100% of the matches that you've agreed to surrender to have been losses. That's not my personal opinion. That's statistics. If you surrender to the match, there's a 100% chance you're going to lose. If you don't surrender to the match, yes, the match is going to take a few minutes longer, but there is a 2 to 5% chance you're going to win. Take it for what it's worth. I understand if this doesn't persuade anybody, but I'm going to move on.